Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
London Blues 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. London Blues 1975.
Welcome to another comparison video. I haven't done one of these in absolutely ages, and I quite like doing them. They're just a bit of fun. Spoilers, my impartiality, it's not very good. I'm about as impartial as the BBC, which is basically, I'm not fucking impartial. They're for fun, they're for shits and giggles. But I wanted to take a look at Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf, released by SEGA in 1989 on the Megadrive and or Sega Genesis, dependent upon where you are from. It's actually a reskinned or renamed version of Narumichi Ozaki Supermasters in Japan. So obviously they westernized it by putting on Legend. That was Arnold Palmer. I had this back in the day. I bought a second-hand copy from Sonic Computers in Bedminster, and it was basically the first golf game I properly played, and I absolutely loved it. My best mate at school at the time, a kiddie called Shane, actually played golf. He only had like a few clubs and stuff like that, but yeah, we used to play head-to-head on it and absolutely loved it. I had to use the manual, because in the manual it tells you the distance of each of your clubs, you know, woods, drivers, wedges, stuff like that, and really do need that. I do actually have a copy of this game in the real world, but I cannot be bothered to break out the manual. I thought it would be more fun just to jump straight into this and just basically, you know, just mash around, hit buttons and shit like that, because we just want to see how this looks and compares to, well, you know this anyway, it's in the title. Tournament Golf, obviously they couldn't use Arnold Palmer because they would have to license it, but yeah, Tournament Golf on the Amiga. Yeah, I never knew that this came out on the Amiga. I think there were two, I know this now, two Sega games that were ported from the Mega Drive, so they weren't arcade ports, ported from the Mega Drive to the Amiga. One was Italia World Cup, or Italia 90, World Cup 90, whatever the Sega game was, which is a pretty crap football game, and that I can't remember what it's called because obviously they couldn't use World Cup in the title, but that made it to the Amiga, and apparently it's pants, but to be fair, it's pretty pants on Mega Drive. And then there's this, Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf, which is just Tournament Golf, released in 1990, and I want to say by Elite. So I was thinking, I've not actually played it yet, but I was thinking it must be one of the more easier games to port, because it's a pretty basic looking, you know, Mega Drive game, and to be fair, it's an odd one to port to the Amiga because there are so many competent golf games on the Amiga. Stuff like, he says stuff like, and he forgets, leaderboard, for example. Unless they just thought, obviously we're going to cash in on the success of the Mega Drive, and maybe people just be like, hey, I want to play a Mega Drive game, that's a new cool thing, and shit like that, so they banged it over. So I do not know how successful it was or anything like that, but basically, let's jump straight into this. Just probably going to play a round on each, but we're straight into this. We have a nice title screen, it says Arnold Palmer, it shows kind of Arnold Palmer, and then we have tournament. So that's highlighted, we're underneath it, or practice, one player, two players, master play practice. We're just going to go with new game. So obviously, it's pretty basic music, it's on a very small loop, but it's quite jingly, quite happy. It's a golf game. Right, look, I look like that bloke from The Punisher, the Netflix TV series, you know, the guy who was in The Walking Dead. Just saying. That means my drive must be insane. So, if I'm Dave, then does this mean we're playing at Arnold Palmer, and it's not just Arnold Palmer's golf? I don't know. It's 1989 next. Oh, sorry. End. Right. World Pro Golf Tour number 001. Got average reviews as far as I can tell. It's a very early game on the Mega Drive, or on the Genesis, but was it to launch title in this country? Very early game on the Mega Drive as well, obviously, but it was out a year or so prior to the Mega Drive in the UK. Anyway, 16 golfers received an invitation to play in the World Pro Golf Tour. By winning all 12 rounds, you'll become the new world champion. Does exactly what it says on the tin. Club selection. So we can actually select our clubs. Select, I think. I don't know. I'm just going with it. We're going basically, you know, stock, if you will. We're going stock. Okay. End. Right, so SG. Ah, so we did that. SEGA Pro Tournament. Now the SG tournament will start. The prizes for the winners are shown. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking they would actually be like prizes, but you know what I mean. Anyway, right. So thanks, a young Ed Norton. Look, and the winner's given a new set of clubs. Oh yeah. So obviously you progress, you get better equipment and stuff like that. Basic template for a golf game. On the left is the course. You know, the fairway, the green, the sand traps, bunkers, stuff like that. Parameters, obviously the forest and the forest. Endor on either side, and obviously it's looking straight down upon it. To the right is behind a golfer view. I'm standing there with my bag of golf bats. Hole number 1, 508 yards, par 5. The music's already starting to get on my tits. Isn't there a hidden fantasy zone game in this when you have to drive the ball something stupid like 100 times? I don't know. It's 508 yards, par 5. Dave, 0 shot 1, club 1 wood. So I think it defaults you to what would be the best club for that hole. Again, I haven't played this in years, and I don't know what the range is for each of the golf bats. So I'm just gonna hash it up. Anyway, so A. Right, press A and it shows us direction of the wind, which is going to the top left. Does it give us a speed? Don't know. Anyway, on the left, right, where that white thing, right at the bottom. Anyway, golf, where middle-class white guys get to dress like pimps. Why are the clothes like that? Also, there's a cheat you can put in, isn't there, to make your caddy hippie. Anyway, so A again shows me my ball, and then 1 wood. But if we press up or down, interesting, not left or right, it will give us other clubs. Right, bats, if you will. Golf bats. Right, A again. Yay! So left or right is showing you pleats in my trousers, aren't they nice? They're lovely. And then I can't remember because thus far you've got your standard. Right, you see that yellow arrow? I'm going to drive it straight, but I can obviously move left or right. So up to the top, get it as high as you can, will be as strong as it is, and then down. If you hit, am I right in thinking if you hit that on the right line, then it's a straight drive. Obviously the wind will take effect. Like I said, I don't know, it's been years. Graphically it's not great, is it? It's a very small cartridge though. But then if you go either side of it, don't you slice it to the left or slice it to the right? I don't know. I haven't played it in years. I haven't played a golf game in years. So anyway, tap A, up, stop. Pretty much straight down the middle. Did I make the fairway? No, I didn't. That would be the wind. So it's in the rough. Awkward. So I should have moved the yellow, or possibly put a bit of spin or sliced on it. I don't know. Right, there are 277 yards remaining. So right, in 1989, would have been around about 1990, because even though I had a Japanese Megadrive, you know, a year or so ahead of the English Megadrive, I still had to wait for this game to be released, and then be second hand. So it probably was a few years after its launch, but yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. There are 277 yards remaining. Right, so par 5. Okay, now if the wind is going that way, I'm going to move. Don't want to go in the bunker. We'll go with 1 wood again. I don't really know what that does. I should have, probably could have, but I'm not. I'm lazy. Read the Mega Drive instructions. So power. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot it's a bit finicky. Oh, Shizen. Yeah. No Scooby. Literally no Scooby. What I'm doing. Right. 1 wood. Whoa, we're still on a wood. I think with most golf games, I just try and get to the absolute, boundary crossover between the fairway and the green, and then just putt wedge it. But right, so there are 71 yards remaining, so we do not want to go with that. So we want to press advice. Oh, we got advice. Press C. Green. Oh, we can see the green. Advice does nothing for me, by the way. Score. Okay, so there are options. Right, fire. 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 You may fire when ready. Points for the quotes. 1 iron? Don't know. I'm confused. Hold me. Fuck it. Oops. Oh, it's just checking, So it's in the rough. You're in the rough. Right. We were never going to get par, were we? Let's be honest. Fuck it. I'm going to try again. 1 iron. Should we try a wedge from now? Because we don't want to go on the soundtrack. Again, I don't know what the power range is. Hey! At least we get to try a sandwich. So, does it... Are you kidding me? Does it not default club? Wow! Putt wedge is what I meant when I'm outside the, I was going to say the track. Yeah, it doesn't default club. I'm wrong. That's what I said at the start of the round. Forget that. But we're not about that. We just want to see how it looks and compares to the Amiga version. Right. I guess I go full power. That's really finicky. Wow. That's a good club. Also, I'm a shy player. Right, it's in the rough. Right, so we're just going to go with putt wedge then, are we? I always thought it defaulted. How wrong I was. Oh fuck! Do you see how the green there was different? The green not being the green that I'm playing on, but the green being the green in the power bar. Because this is like your standard golf game power bar, isn't it? Right. Putt wedge. Oh, champagne golf, if you ignore every other shot I made. Obviously, I guess the colour in the green is, well, the incline, the decline. 7 yards remaining. Shot 8. Butter. Yeah, that's information as well, but... Oh, you don't... Oh, yeah, sorry, the putting control's different. That was too short. Fuck off. I don't pay you to talk to me. Just give me the clubs. And you're not even giving me the club I need for the shot. You're just leaving the club that you gave me last time in my hands. You're sacked. So this is downhill then. That noise is, dare I say, delicious. Right, we'll have one more hole, one more round if you will. I was just getting used to my golf bats, if you see. Pop. Right, so number 2, 408 yards, par 4. So yeah, it's not the best looking golf game, but it is 1989. You could argue it looks better than most golf games on the Amiga, and this came out a year or so before it did on the Amiga. Yeah, it looks better than, I guess it looks way better than, you know, leaderboard. Or maybe this was a looker back in the day. I mean, is it better looking than PGA? I'll have to do a gameplay of that. Anyway, it's 408 yards, par 4. Shot 1, club 1 wood. So it defaults on the first one, right? I guess wind's going to the top right now. So we are going to that. And then fire. You may fire already? No! I should probably be underpowered, because the thing is, I just want to twat it, and this is how I played golf games as a kid. Just drive it! And then hope I landed on, you know, the green, whereas obviously you should just underpower it to the left and get onto the fairway, and then I guess 1 to the middle, and then 1 to the top right, and then straight onto the green. I don't know why I'm doing hand movements, because you can't see them, but fuck it, I'm staying with 1 wood, because I feel saucy with 1 wood. That music is really starting to irritate. Right, the wind. So I've got to take into account the wind though, haven't I? Shit. Don't know my aim strength. It's in the rough. Hey, I'll take that. Excuse me. Landing in the rough gives me a gacky throat. Probably guarantee the wrong tool for the job. Anyway, putt wedge. Because... Oh, I'll take that. If only I knew the distances, I could obviously... I remember as a kid, I got really proficient for it. It's a putt for par. Oh, it's going to... I don't know where it's going for me then. I'll take that. Par. So yeah, this was Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf on the SEGA Megadrive. You could argue it's a very, very, very basic golf game graphically. Again, it looks better, I guess, than stuff like Leaderboard. But yeah, it's quite crude, it's quite basic. Options, it's limited. But it's 1989, it's the first golf game on the Mega Drive. It was my first golf game as a kid, so I have a massive amount of nostalgia for it. And it's a completely fine and serviceable golf game. But this is not about that. Well, it is a little bit. Let's see how it looks and plays on the Amiga. And obviously we're only going to have 1 fire button. And we're not going to be Arnold Palmer. So here we go with Tournament Golf. It is Elite. I never noticed that before. But the logo on the golf ball is Elite. So yeah, Tournament Golf, Sega, bottom right hand corner. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. I've not fired this up, so honestly. So yeah, going to be quite interested to see how this fares. So Tournament Golf, Sega. So it's almost the same picture. He's obviously dyed his hair because he was grey back then, wasn't he? So yeah, we have the same title screen. We're just obviously sans Arnold Palmer. I've just noticed that there's a mouse pointer. Oh yep, it works. Here we go. So let's go straight into it. So Tournament Golf Game Select. So it's got the same brown in gold sort of presentation. It's very, very similar. I'm just curious as to, yes, the mouse works, but also I'm on a control pad. So new game. I mean, if you played it on your mate's Megadrive and you know the front end, there's no music though. The front end is pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, there's no music, so I apologise about that. Whether there's music in the game or not, I don't know. Whether this is because I'm running on my A500 Mini, I also don't know. But yeah, so look, we can do it with the mouse. But yeah, so apologise for the background noise, as I live on the busiest road in the West Country. But trust me, I have to sleep during the daytime, so it sucks more to be me than it does to be you. End. Right, World Pro Golf Tour. 16 golfers receiving the invitation to play in the World Pro Golf Tour. By winning all 12 rounds, you will become the new world champion. Something very familiar about this. Point to the quote. Fire. I wonder if you can actually play the game in the game. Well, you know what I mean, the golf bit of the game with the mouse. Anyway, black carbon, max 230 yards. What is that? Well, for what club? I don't know. Okay, N. We're going with the stock decisions as we did for the other one. No, the SD Pro tournament will start, so it's the Sega tournament again. The prizes for the winner are shown, same money, and also we get a new set of golf bats. Right, that's nice of it. There we go. Yeah, you can play it with the mouse. I'm going to play it with the control pad though. But map on the left, it seems to be less detailed. It is the same course. Immediately, the graphics have taken a hit. I mean, you clearly know you're looking at Arnold Palmer, but the graphics have taken a hit. I refuse to believe that the Amiga could not do an identical version of Arnold Palmer. By all means, if anyone's techie out there, tell me if I'm wrong, why I'm wrong. But yeah, like, okay. And we have a different interface. So hole 1, 410 yards, par 4. And we have this little interface here. So it's all the things that you would just... That's interesting. Is that added for the purpose of having a mouse? Obviously you couldn't have a mouse on the Mega Drive, but it is nice that it gives you both mouse and control pad controls. And the fact that it's... Because I guess you got the mouse, you have... That's obviously why these are there then, isn't it? So anyway, it's 410 yards. Dave, 0, shot, 1 club, 1 wood. Right, fire. No, hang on. There we go. And that's the wind. This is how my ball sits. It's just his trousers. Sorry. Club, and then okay. Oh, that's how you change a club. What was I on? I think I was on 1 wood. I think he stole that guy's what? Was that a dog? Anyway, so you've got what I assume is to pass as ambient golf club. Golf club, as in the club, not your bats. Course noise, if you will. And I'm assuming that's someone else twatting a ball with their golf bat, but that was definitely a dog. What's the deal with that? Anyway, so 1 wood. Okay, let's see. I mean, you know it's Arnold Palmer, but it's clearly... I mean, it's not night and day as such, but it's clearly a little bit lower, you know, quality image looking than it was on the Mega Drive. Right, so we want that. Fire. Okay, so... Again, is that because we got a mouse? I mean, obviously I'm doing it with a pad. Again, it's... I don't know. If you've played your entire Amiga game collection, like serious stuff, like golf games with a mouse, to think that we got to put our mouse controls in this, otherwise everyone's just going to think it's a stupid game. But obviously you've ported it from the Mega Drive, which is a console, so I don't really... I mean, I guess kudos. See why you've tacked that on. Fire. Right, so... Exactly the same as before. Apparently ambient noise is past. Is that because we're concentrating? Is that because we are in the zone? I'm just going to go for as hard and as fast as I can. And see, the fact that I've actually done a decent shot, and I've only literally just played the other version, am I even on the same course? No, because the first course was tiny. Sorry, brain fart just resolved itself. The first course was absolutely tiny. This is the second course. We've missed a course. Wow, that's a good start, isn't it? So we're a course down. Right, it's 209 yards to the... Right, fuck it. I'm going to go with... That icon is hit. Yeah, so I'm going to go straight there. 207 yards. So how far did I hit it the first time? Alright, I'm going to go... Not enough. But, at least, I mean, I'm somewhat getting used to the power, I guess. Okay. And with great power comes great responsibility, i.e. learn the fucking range of your clubs. Bats, sorry, I hate calling them clubs because they're bats. I want to sound like a prop... There's a dog again! Sound like a proper golfer here. Right, so, it's 107 yards. So we don't want one wood. How... Oh, hey, you said you could play without me. How powerful is the... Oh, fuck it. Taking an awfully big risk here, Vader. How did that work out? Oh, I'll take that. Nice shot. So, you know, do we have a button? Right. Is there an option down here to show me the layout of the green? Right. See, that... Whether or not you found it particularly helpful on the Megadrive, I clearly did not. But that's missing. Or does it just do it when we go into it? No, it doesn't. So we're missing a couple of options. Well, information from the game, basically, to allow you to make an informed decision on whether or not you're going to do it. You know, like up and down, basically. Hey! It's on par. Apparently I'm a better golfer in this. Although I got par on this one on the Mega Drive, didn't I? So we're going to play a second hole now, awkward, that we didn't play on the Mega Drive. So, yeah. It's clearly Arnold Palmer. I mean, obviously, you would hope that they could nail that aspect of it, but it's... I guess the mouse controls, which isn't fair to compare to the Mega Drive, add something to it if you want to play your golf games with mouse, because you would have been an adult back in the day and not a kid and stuff like that. Or was it the same? I don't know. This is the thing. When you do comparisons like this, it fucks with your mind. Right, anyway, so it's 403 yards to the pin, and yeah. Oh, that's the flag. Yeah, I'd be an amazing golfer. To be fair, in my time in Canada, I used to hit the driving range all the time. I was never any good at it, but it's just immensely fun getting a bucket full of balls and just twatting them out of a fucking second story, you know, platform. Because that's what it was. There were people beneath you. Right, I guess, are we just going to go for power? Oh, it's trees. Oh, hello. I don't even know if this is helping. Fuck it, this could be either brilliant or shizen. So that's the bunker, so that's that on the left. I'm going to go sure. That'll do. Look, 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 I'm holding back a bit. Actually, it's not that much of a departure from the Mega Drive version, is it? It's just side on, it looks, pants. Right, I can't even see the hole. How can it be every hole a goal if I can't see said hole? I'm going to see if I can... And if you look where I am on the left... Fuck it. We're going sure. And we're going to... And the wind is going... Yeah, so why not? Because the wind is coming from the right to left. That was a bit pants, wasn't it? Did he make... No. So 178 yards. It's 111 yards to the pin. Can I see the pin? Do you see the beast? Points for the quote. Right. I wanna right, do that. But there's no backwards. See, here's the failure. Because I want to see, I mean, you can always assume that the thing is directly in front of you. But, is there a back? No. Yes. Double click? I don't know. Right, so this is why no one should take my, you know, comparison videos seriously. I don't. There we go. No bollocks, I just done the same thing because I wanted to change clubs. Yeah, 68 yards. Right, so that, and then my majestic friend. Get, this is how I play golf. Come on, don't act like you're not impressed. Mr. Burgundy. I'm not going to finish that quote. See, I thought because you have to match the green with the... I don't know. There you go. Right, well, we can do it from here, surely. Yep, still got the putt wedge. But there's no option to ask my for advice here, is there, either? So you're lacking those options because they aren't in the icons that it gives you to use for your mouse. I'll take that. So I'm guessing then, well, you had that on the Megadrive, didn't you? The colour. It doesn't show arrows and shit, but thank God it actually gives me a putter, because otherwise I would have just gone for it. Awful. Yes, alright. I've been worse on golf games though. Go back through some of the gameplays I've done. Hey, it's a good putt. What did I get? What did I get? Current scores of alright, don't tell me. So yeah, Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf on the Megadrive versus Tournament Golf on the Amiga. They're very, 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 very similar. Obviously, it seems to be lacking some options on the Amiga. It doesn't have music, which was great and was shit on the Megadrive, to be fair, but the ambient noises on this are rubbish. But that might just be because I'm playing on some A500 Mini. You can play it with mouse, so obviously that's not a fair comparison. So I do like the fact that you can use those icons and click it like that. You can play it completely by mouse, but it clearly seems to be missing some of the, I don't know if the deal breakers options from the Mega Drive, but it's a pretty damn straight, decent port. If you liked it on the Mega Drive and your mate had it, and this is the only way you could play it, you know, yourself, and it was on your Amiga, then you'd be more than happy. It's a very early, rough Mega Drive golf game on a machine that has far superior golf games, I guess. So basically this comparison was obsolete. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. If you had either of these, neither of these, and if you did have, which one did you prefer? And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.